Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. It's Wednesday, February 10th. These are the charts of the day. Today, I'm going to cover some of the few longs that I like right now, and as well as the ultra short ETFs, which are also longs, but they're for the short side, of course. In any case, starting with Acme Packet APKT, which broke out last week, it's forming a beautiful tight wedge here. Technicals are actually making higher highs. Balance of power has turned full green. The stock looks like it wants to go higher, target around 16.5, and then 2021 at the top of the channel ultimately. APPA, a new stock we spotted today after breaking out of this big long consolidation, ran sharply in December, pulled back, and now popped out again the last couple of days, but today accelerating to the upside by about 17.5% on 1.3 million shares. That's the heaviest volume in months. Looks like this stock could reach a 260-65 area short term, and then the secondary target around 330. BGZ, the Direction large cap triple bear, has broken out of this declining wedge or falling wedge, went through the 10, 21, and 40-day moving averages, pulled back and tested the trend line of moving averages, popped again, and now it's pulled back for 3 days in another bull flag type pattern. With 1, 2, 3, 4 waves completed, potentially a fifth wave is due that'll take this to the 21 3/4, 22 zone, perhaps as high as 23 3 1/4. Conexant CNXT continues to form a beautiful bull flag as volume and technicals hold up very well, and this stock is currently testing its rising moving averages. Looks like it wants to break out of this flag and run. If it does, my target's around the $6 range. Once it does get through the recent high, and then longer term, looking at something about 8.5, 9. EDZ, the Direction triple emerging markets bear in a rising trend, has broken the downtrend. Moving averages turning around and curled up. Broke out here significantly on heavy volume through lateral price resistance and pulled right back to that level and test the trend line and moving averages as well. A fifth wave up should take this one up towards the 7 3/4, 8 range, maybe higher. That's my short-term target. FAZ going forward is also, after forming this flag and breaking out, pulled back over a 3-day period. Doesn't quite look as strong as a couple of the others, but I think we can make a run at for a fifth wave up that takes us up towards key overhead resistance around 24, 24.25. Finisar had a significant technical session today, jumping $1.17 or 11.5% on 3 1/3 million. That's the heaviest volume since October, breaking out of this consolidation range, which held the rising trend line and 50-day moving average. Carry forward through the January high around 11.5, could take this one up towards the 16.5, 17 range with my next trading target, we'll stick with that one. ID Systems had a nice day today. You can see the long-term target is a major basing pattern. The last several months formed kind of a head and shoulders. Consolidation range in here with a flag and another flag. Broke out on heavy volume today, jumped 78 cents or 10.5% on 2.5 million. That also the heaviest volume going back more than a year. And this one has resistance and trading targets up around the some minor resistance up around 8 3/4, but my target's 9.5, and then perhaps 11.5 going forward. KTCC in a beautiful rising channel, although this thinly traded stock is beginning to start to pick it up a little bit. Still, it's trading rather lightly. Technicals look great, however, during this entire coil-type consolidation following the gap. On-balance volume has actually increased, so has money stream, balance of power. Looks like this one wants to pop to 6, and then make it up towards the 7.5 range. My next two trading targets on that. Micros Endovascular, MEND, also thinly traded, but in a beautiful rising channel. Made another new 52-week high today, actually a 2-year high, and going forward, looks like it has a potential of hitting the 20, 20.5 range, short term, intermediate term around 24, 25. Moving back to the ultra shorts, the SRS doesn't quite look as strong as some of the others. That's why we don't own it, but it is starting to round out and move up, cross the initial resistance right at that line here, and it's trying to move forward, but struggling a bit more than some of the others. TYP, on the other hand, has surged through the moving averages and through the declining tops line, formed a little double flag here. If it gets through this resistance zone around 11.30-35, I'm looking for a move up towards 13, my short-term trading target. TZA also has moved back above its moving averages, broken its downtrend line, and it's currently in the 3-day flag. Doesn't quite look like it has the thrust of some of the others, but I'm looking for potentially for a stock to test the declining top line up around 13 short term. There's some ideas for you on the long and ultra short side. Have a good evening. We'll talk to you later in a week.